Hi there, me and Sarge welcome you to Conversational Shaving once again. Isn't that right, Sarge?
1, 2, 3, 4!
Well, hello there and how are you? Today's razor is going to be this Feather Popular razor. It's twist to open, non-adjustable. And in there, a sharp blade on its fourth use, maybe not as sharp as it was on the first, but feather blades, which I usually get 4 or 5 uses out of. So let's hope this goes well today. My soap is going to be this Floris No. 89 soap. You won't be able to see it anymore, but Floris of London used to be imprinted on there, indented, but I've used that. Comes in this nice wood bowl, and well, let's see. I've already lathered my brush. I lathered from the bowl the KC Shave Company Silvertip Badger brush. So I'm going to dip the tips of it in some warm water here and just try to get a lather started. I hope you're all doing well out there this week. Here we go. Okay. Very nice, I'm sure. Of course, I haven't finished lathering yet. I said very nice before I really started lathering. But it has a nice scent. And this finally got to me. I think it had been out of stock at the U.S. outlet for Floris products. But I finally got this. It took me a couple of weeks to receive it. But they sent it. And at first, I wasn't really even sure if it was the real McCoy. I mean, I was sure it was a Floris soap, but I wasn't sure that it was a number 89 because in the packaging, the name is printed very smallly, it's very tiny. The printing that says number 89 down towards the bottom of the box that it comes in. I may show you that in a minute. Let's see. I might have done a little better if I had bowl lathered. I've been kind of alternating bowl lathering and lathering straight out of the tub of soap or cream or whatever. But that's not bad. It could always be better, right? But that's good. And I'm going to drain this water and wet the razor and get started. Okay. Here we go, pass number 1 with the grain. I've been tending to my garden outside, but mostly I've been, just contemplating it, sitting out there contemplating it, looking at it. And it looks okay, but I'm hoping some of these, I'm going to call them surprise flowers for now. I'm hoping that they bloom and that everything will be all right. I planted some of them too close together, and I thinned 3 out, 3 lesser flowers. Well, actually 2 lesser plants. They hadn't bloomed yet, so they're not flowers, but 2 lesser plants, and 1 that was pretty hardy, but too close to the tallest one of these plants, and so I yanked those out of there. I may, I'm not sure yet, end up yanking out the 2 that are not the tallest. One of them is not as hardy looking, I'll say, as the, I'm going to flip the razor over, by the way, and shave this side of my face. One's not as hardy looking, and one is equally hardy looking, but neither of them are the tallest, and I'm considering yanking those out of there. Some of you may have a good idea, or I might have even said in another video what those plants are, but anyway, I'm hoping at least they'll be a surprise to the neighbors if they bloom. We'll see what happens. Usually the things I plant grow fine. Excuse me. This Feather Popular razor is very nice. very mild razor, but if you put a feather blade in it, that makes it more aggressive, so to speak. I might get some weepers on this shave, or I might not. But this razor seems made for a feather blade, and maybe for somebody who's a beginner at shaving, or just who has mild, mild beard growth, kind of a baby face like me. Oh, incidentally, I got about 3 days worth of growth on my face. You might not be able to see it all, but you should hear it all as I shave. Okay, I'll rinse the razor again. I'll continue on my neck. I could have shaved yesterday and done a video and just waited until the regular time to post it, and could have edited it at whatever point in between, but because I had 2 days worth of growth, that's enough for me to shave. But I was pretty tired. I had done some extra things around here and was just kind of beat. And yet yesterday, for some reason, even though I needed sleep, I needed a good nap, I couldn't seem to take one. Although me and the cat laid down together a lot. Nothing funny going on. He's just a cat, you know, but but he likes to hop up on the bed and sleep with me. He'll start out, he'll hop up there, and first he looks at the far wall. He always sees shadows or something on there, something I can't necessarily see. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. And anyway, I keep having to do that, sorry. But anyway, then sometimes I'll just say, lay down, Sarge, lay down, and then he'll get the message, and then he'll put his head down on my knee or on my leg, and then he'll lay there for an awful long time grooming himself. And sometimes when he actually lays down to go to sleep, he'll still be up against my leg, but he won't always have his head up there. He might turn around and put his butt towards me or something, but he always stays pretty close to me, because I guess he trusts me. Okay, I gotta quit talking so much. That's pass number 2. I'll be back. I'm sorry, that's pass number 1. I will be back for pass number 2 across the grain. Okay, it's time for the second pass across the grain, and for the moment, I'm going to shut up and just shave. Boy, does this soap smell nice. I said I wasn't going to talk, but I do want to make a comment about the soap scent. It smells very nice, very luxurious. Kind of like something you would find maybe in a fancy hotel, that kind of soap. And I'd give it a scent strength of about 4 out of 10. That's not a judgment call, that's just my take on the scent strength as to how I can smell it and how it may be slowly filling the necessity room here. Excuse me. Okay. I'm fairly certain this blade is a lot milder than it was on the first use. But being that it's a feather blade, I don't think I could swear not that I won't get weepers. Especially later if I shave against the grain above my upper lip. Although I have shaved with these, and on the first use, on occasion, I believe I've had a couple of times where I got absolutely no weepers. Mild razor, but a very sharp blade. Excuse me. I wouldn't say this blade's especially tuggy right now, but since it seems, not as sharp as it was, and it's comfortable, but in this razor anyway. But I think I'm going to make this the last use of this blade. I do have some more. And nice razor. Not everybody would like this razor. A gentleman who is very hirsute might not find this razor to be aggressive enough, even with a feather blade. But a gentleman with my degree of facial growth, or even a bit more, I think any gentleman up to the point of just having what you'd call medium growth on their face and neck and chin and all that, I'd say this razor with a feather blade would do for you too. That's just my opinion. Your mileage may vary. I'll be right back and then we'll go against the grain. Pass number 3. Okay, it's time for the third pass against the grain. I'll start on my neck now. I did get a little bit more soap out of the bowl. Out of the tub. Well, the wooden bowl. You could call it a tub. It's the size of a regular soap or cream tub. I got this soap, and this is going to sound very expensive, but it was $55 American. But I noticed there was no tax and no shipping charge. So all of that must be figured into the price, I would think. Oh, and supposedly, I think Paul H. said that this is the type of Floris soap that James Bond, now I can't remember the man's name, the latest one shaved with, straight razor shaved with, as I recall, in one of his films. Was it Casino Royale or one of the other ones? I can't remember now. No, I can't remember the man's name. I remembered it before and I mentioned it in a previous video not that long ago. I was disappointed that at that time I couldn't get the soap, the Floris number 89 soap, because it was out of stock, at least at the US vendor for Floris. This razor does rinse pretty quickly, but I rinse it a bit longer just to make sure that hopefully I have all the gunk out of it. And because I had 3 days worth of growth, the whiskers that I am able to see, the ones that are still of a darker color, I can still see some of them in the sink. I do frequently clean my sink, so I don't think I'm going to get terrible germs from it, I mean. And I'm about the only one that uses this sink. I rarely have company, and I'm pretty sure the cat doesn't get up here, and I don't think he could get up here, I think. I think he could jump up here, but I don't think he does. Water fascinates him unless he thinks I'm going to give him a bath. And more on that in just a second. So anyway, I've only ever given Sarge one bath when I first got him. Cats are pretty clean. But the other day, because I've been periodically puttering in the garden and maybe getting in some of the taller grass that they should have weed-eated out back, I was afraid there's a possibility I might have chiggers. So a good bath or a shower will wash those right off, supposedly even if they're embedded in your skin. But a bath is better than a shower for doing that. So I took a bath and then part of a shower, and I rinsed off under the shower. And being bored like I frequently am, I was talking to Sarge and I said, I'm going to take a bath now. And I had some water running in the bathtub here, and he looked and he hissed at the bathtub and the running water. And I'm like, no, 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 it's for me, not you. Anyway, I'll be right back for pickups. Okay, so, folks, I'm sorry. Here's Sarge, the magic cat, and there's the magic clock. You know what time it is, Sarge? It's pickup time. Yay! I can see from the look on your face that you're thrilled by this. Well, let me let you back out. You are purring a little bit, but you don't like being in here when the door's closed. When sorry. There you go, Sarge. You're okay. I'll be back out. When I'm not doing a video and I leave the door open, at least a crack, Sarge will lay on the braided rug underneath the sink here, or sit over there or over there somewhere and just watch me, sometimes with fascination, or sometimes he just has a good nap while I shave. Sorry if I'm boring you talking about my cat, but my life is not always very exciting, as you might have guessed. Although sometimes I do get the opportunity, especially lately, to have day trips to these garden spots like Wichita and Topeka, Kansas. I'm being a little bit facetious, but no, I actually like those places. I guess I was bored or something, and I was thinking about what I would say in this video before I ventured to make the video, and I was going to talk about the parallels between Topeka and Wichita, but the differences in their house numbering systems. But you could figure that out on your own with a Google map or something. Okay, well, let's see, am I going to do any more? I might, well, yeah, let me rinse the razor here. I almost finished. Okay, I am going to do a little bit of touching up here. Well, I can really tell for me how 3 days worth of growth made a difference. Not necessarily a good difference in the shave. Good in the sense that I had plenty to shave, but, well, some of this is better than I thought. There are little spots that I really have to work for the BBS, especially if I don't have a really sharp and smooth blade. And this razor is good enough, and I think the blade, though, even though it's not terribly tuggy, I do think going by its sharpness, which has diminished noticeably, I guess you'd say. And hey, no weepers, that's good. Well, anyway, this blade's on its fourth use. I'll be right back. I'm going to rinse my face off camera, and I'll come back with our good friend Mr. Towel, and then I'll continue to end the shave there. Give it up for Mr. Towel, yay! Ooh, oh. A little bit of audio feedback still down here. Hard area to get sometimes. But anyway, that being said, let me finish drying off here. I don't use Mr. Towel that often, so he's still a little scratchy from the last washing. When I don't know what happened either. I forgot to hit the button on the dryer. I thought I did though. He and all the other towels and clothes, whatever I had in the dryer, came out kind of damp, and so he had to air dry a lot, so he's scratchy. Anyway, isn't that exciting? Now I'm going to put the finishing touches on the shave. Oh, and first I'll do a brief recap. My razor has been this twist-to-open, non-adjustable feather popular razor, and in there on its fourth, and now I know probably its final use, a feather blade. Very nice. And, or at least it's very nice in this razor. And my brush was this KC Shave Company Silvertip Badger brush. I use that a lot. That's a nice brush. Oh, I forgot to tell you also, I don't think I even mentioned this at the beginning. I had prepped my face with some of what's left of my Chiseled Face Natural Pre-Shave Gel. That's what I prepped my face with today. Okay, my soap, and I put it back in the box, the bowl and everything, because I wanted to show you right above the line and where my finger is. I don't know that you'll be able to see it, but that tiny little bit of printing there at the end of the line, it'd be on your left, so at the beginning of the line, that's where it says number 89, and because of that, I wasn't sure that they sent me the right soap. I'd never purchased from them before, and it says, what's it say? It says, The Gentleman Floris London, up at the top, but anyway, be that as it may, let's see, I think I covered everything so far, so I'm going to apply some of the Thayers Natural Lavender Witch Hazel. Very nice stuff. Give my face a light, very light lavender scent, which I don't believe will clash with anything. No alcohol in this, so it's a toner, not an astringent. They say this stuff is very good for your face. I know the way I'm doing this, I forgot I even had my hat on today. Isn't that crazy? I wasn't planning on shaving with my hat on, but I've had my hat on because I was outdoors in the sun. Anyway, that's your Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel right there. Okay, now on to the aftershave, which I already had this. I was having trouble finding the soap. It's the Floris London number 89 aftershave, and right above my finger there, also fairly tiny, is where it says number 89. So I did use this with an inexpensive soap before, Williams or something. I can't remember what the soap was, but I thought I'd use a fancy aftershave. $75 US for this. Oh, it is very nice though, especially now that I'm using it with the soap. Oh man. I noticed a difference in scent. It does have alcohol in it, so there was some sting. Let me get a little bit on my wrists. What the heck? Yeah. Very nice. Let me show you that bottle again. The Floris of London, just says Floris London on this bottle. Number 89 aftershave. And finally, I'm going to finish up with some of the Floris number 89 aftershave balm. And I won't bother trying to show you, but there on the bottom somewhere, I think over in here, the beginning of the line there, you might just be able to see where it says number 89. I don't know why they don't print that a little bit bigger. But now, the only thing I don't have is the rather expensive EDT. But these products, and I think the balm was like $35. I really was going crazy spending money, I guess. But I had a little extra money, and anyway, where am I going with this? Well, at least here in the U.S., there was no tax or shipping applied. Apparently that was already figured into the price. Sorry about my bald head, but you've seen it before. Not completely bald. I should have shaved it completely. I just buzzed it with some clippers, but the reason I didn't shave it completely was I just didn't get around to it. It's certainly been warm enough for a head shave and to feel comfortable going, well, I don't go bald outside. I have to wear a hat to keep the sun off me. But yeah, it's certainly been warm enough. But today, I'm almost finished here. Today, after a very hot, dry day, I think the wind was blowing from the southwest off of the American deserts. But there's clouds forming, and so I think we could conceivably have rain tonight. Hey, that's it for now. Thank you if you watched this far or watched any of this, any of my videos. Thank you for all your support, and peace.